shit. Alright, welcome everybody. Robbie, hello, how are you doing? So glad to have you. Let's turn down this, is this fan making a lot of noise? Can you guys hear it? Just getting ready to start here. Moving some stuff around. All right. Let's go ahead and start by removing this tire. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and spray some penetrating juice. Some penetrating juice. All right, welcome everybody. Let's see, we get you guys a little closer. There. That there, I made this tool myself, and you may be wondering, what is that tool for? it is to unstake that without damaging it. This one. There. No damage at all. Alrighty then. Gonna remove this. And I believe that's gonna be either a 17 or a 19. 17. Here you are. Okay, so let's go ahead and. Ooh. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and loosen these tie rods. Now we're gonna go a little bit of violent. I hope this is enough. I'm just separating the ball joint here. There we go. dude. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Whew. Maybe I should have put on some gloves before I started this. All right. So now we're gonna go underneath here. Let me see what I can do here. All right. Now we got all these people here, only one light. Come on. Come on. Let's get some more likes in there, please. Come on. Pretty please. Oops. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna end up replacing that seal as well. So we're just gonna pop this axle out. We're gonna put a drain here. In case we have a loss of lifeblood. Sometimes they like to play hard to get. Sometimes they like to play hard to get. Dennis, how you doing? Yeah, we're replacing CV axles on this Toyota Corolla. And my Highlander seems to have something similar. Is there a lot of noise in the front wheels when moving in rough nose? No, this was making noise like a clacky type noise when you turn the wheel all the way and then you accelerate. It makes like a clacky popping noise that is coming from the wheels. It's not really coming from the wheels, it's actually coming from the CV axle, which is this guy right here. See how this boot is all broken? Okay, so dirt, mud and junk gets in there and it starts tearing away at the little bearings in there and causes that kind of noise. If you're experiencing noise when going over rough roads, you may have worn suspension parts, ball joints, you know, sway bar links, upper control, depending on what vehicle you got. I think you said you had a Highlander. I think those have McPherson struts, if I remember correctly. You could have some worn suspension parts that are causing that type of noise when going over bumps. Okay. I need to get a good drying action here. Let me get 2 pry bars so I can do And I got so many tools to pop these things out. So I guess I will need to replace my suspensions or ball joints. Yeah, that's a possibility. You'll have to get that checked out. And what you're looking for is play, excessive play in all those components. Let me see what I got. Come on, dude. Sometimes they come out easy. Other times, not so much. For some reason, I want to say this has been replaced already at some point. Ah, boy. This one's gonna be a bit of a pain, aren't you? All right. Oh! This one's gonna be a bit of a pain. Let's see. There you go. Gonna have to resort to some violence. Let's see. There we go. See? Who says violence doesn't solve anything? Hey, you know what? Let me take off this. Oh boy. Let me take off this stupid cover here real quick to make my life easier. Move it to the side or something. All right. She is out. Let me. There. Okay. Now we're gonna deal with that guy right there. Get my seal removal tool. I'm gonna use something like this. But before I do that, let's make sure I got the right seal, because they differ from side to side. Alright, so I believe this is our new one. Here. You may find this without this little lip. If you do, it's really not a big deal. It will seal, but this little lip kind of is like a dust protector. I'll give you a closer look here shortly of how that's supposed to work, but it's just to protect the seal from dirt and stuff from getting there. That's all. So let's pop this old one out. See if I can get to this easily. Without Oh, there it is. It slid right out. Slid right out. Ah! Oh, I got stabbed on the side. Oh! Oh, that hurts. Actually, it appears this is not the right seal. Yeah. This is not the right seal, and it said it was for the right transmission. Let me see something here. Okay. But this is a much smaller seal. I mean, not super small, but there is a difference. Actually, no. Could this seal installed be the wrong one? No? Because see, you can see there is a difference in diameter. It does seal here perfectly, but it, okay. So that just messed up everything. That just messed up everything. Now I'm gonna have to see what we got going on here. Output shaft seal. Okay. U341E is the code. Let me see, to make sure they didn't pick out the wrong. No? Because sometimes $31. Okay, so technically this is supposed to be for the driver's side. So technically this big one is supposed to be. Oh man. Sometimes what they do at parts stores is they get a couple parts and seals and stuff, and they pull them out, and they get them all confused, and they put them back in the wrong box, and then things like this happen. Okay, so let's see what other options we got. Alright, let's try something else. The show will go on. The show will go on. All right, so let's just move on to the other side. Let's just move on to the other side for now. Hopefully we don't have the same issue. But before I do that, let me go ahead and show you what I was talking about. Let me get the old seal here. Okay. All right, so you got this little lip here, and the lip kind of goes into this sleeve right here, and it's just an extra protection to keep dirt, mud, and junk from getting in there and potentially ruining the seal. So that's what that's about. Sometimes you buy them and they come without that lip. It will seal. Just be mindful that it may not protect the seal like it should. Just be mindful of that. All right, so let's do a little adjustment here. We're just gonna keep on trucking. We're just gonna keep on trucking. I gotta do both sides anyways. Da, 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 da. Oh, it's missing a lug nut. Ooh. Okay, let's go ahead and start over here. Okay. More violence. More violence, baby. Spray a little bit of penetrating juice in there. We're going to use my homemade tool. Again, if you're joining us, tool I made. And that is to remove this when you stake this here without damaging anything. See? So that's what this tool is used for. So this should come out relatively easy. Let's see how. All right. So let's see how we do this. Let's move you guys over here, I reckon. It's kind of dark there. Is that better? No. And that is because of the glare. Notice how much better that is. So now we're gonna push down on this and remove the lower ball joint. Good thing about Toyotas, they make it relatively easy to remove lower control arms. Okay, so now that this is hanging out of the way, now let's see how we're gonna do this now. We gotta do the same function here. We gotta remove it from right there. Okay. Alright, let me just go for it. See if this one's gonna be a pain as well. Hopefully not. If not, we'll resort to more violence. I think I can get this out of the way. Hard to see because you got the subframe in the way. It's kind of hard to see. This one's a little bit of a This one normally gives an issue because of we got all this stuff in the way. The shape of the transmission doesn't help out. Oops. Okay. This is an awkward one. But I think I can stick an axle popper in there. Again, the shape of the transmission doesn't help out. Let me see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about here. So you have this right here. There's the axle, and you got this shape here. So it's hard to get a straight shot, if not impossible. Let me see what else I can do. Trying to get the best possible view. Right there. Let me see if I could just give it a tug. You know what, an indexing pry bar might be ideal for this situation here. Unfortunately, I don't possess one of those. See, with an indexing, I can just stick it here and crack. An adjustable one too. Yeah, that would be the ticket right there, I think. But I don't possess said tool. Let me see if I can. Okay. Is that alright? Yeah, that'll work. That's right. That's right. They're gonna be jealous. Okay. So I seem to have a good enough grip there. A lot of times this stuff just cocks. So let me see if I can just you see, this is what happens when you do things live. This is what happens in the real world. This is this is what the other guys don't show you. They use their editing and Hollywood wizardry. Makes everything so easy. Yeah, they don't show you this part. But I think I got it. I think I got it. Ouch. Almost twisted my ankle there. I think I got it. Oh yes, baby. Ahora sí. Ahora sí. Yeah. Okay. We got it. It's just a matter of straightening it up and then tugging on it because it gets cocked to one side. Now I know I had a rag here somewhere and I don't know where it went. Come on guys, can I get some likes because of that? Going through all that struggle. And if you haven't already done so, I would ask that you please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications so that you can join me in other similar adventures. And it doesn't cost you a dime to mash the button. Oh, Alex is here.
Yeah, Mom told me to come make some steaks. And
oh yeah, give me some of that. Malachi, what's up, dude?
No, what's going on?
We're gonna go get lunch.
I see you got the headlight on.
Yeah.
I do. How you doing?
Yeah, good. How about you? Getting your hands dirty?
Not as good as you, but you know, I wake up every morning asking myself, how can I be more like Malachi?
Yeah, you do not want
CV
to
axle?
answer my question. What are you doing? CV axle?
Yeah,
The whole axle or just the seal?
both of them.
Why? What the axle gave up?
They're making noise and
The seal's leaking?
the seal's leaking, especially on the other side.
Both sides?
No, mostly on that side, but I'm just gonna replace them both.
We were gonna get Chick-fil-A, but Mom called like, where you guys can come home? We got steaks. And you know, we don't say
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna pick up some lunch now for
All right. So Alex is gonna be Chef Pepin.
Alright, bro.
Con Chef Pepin hasta el fin.
I got to work with a lovely Marisa.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's
Piece
up.
of work. Probably has finals.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
I did some parts there.
That's good. Oh yeah. Now this wants to leak. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, dudes or dudettes. Noldus. Okay. He said that the caster a link is out of spec. It might be. It sure must be. Now let me see if these seals are correct. Maybe this one. Well, no, this one is supposed to be. This is our guy for the other side. So this is our left seal. So the one for the right side is too small. Let me show you guys here. See? It's pretty much the same seal. New, old, new, old, new, old. Alrighty then. So let's push this aside. Okay, I guess we can at least finish this side. I did order a new seal for the other side, let's see how long it takes for me to obtain said seal. Let me just put a little bit of lube. Okay, I'll show you guys here in just a second what I'm doing here. Okay. So let me stick my hand in here. So what I did was I just put a little bit of lube there on the seal to pre-lubricate it so it won't run dry and burn up. All right, so I'm gonna feel around here, make sure I don't let me wipe my hands a little bit. Let me see how I can work around here with you guys in the way. See, I'm adding extra work to give you guys the best possible experience. Can I at least get some likes for that? Maybe some subscriptions? Okay. So it's not in all the way, but it has been started. Sometimes you can push it in by hand. That's always lovely. If not, we'll use an extension and a hammer and just tap it in evenly. Or maybe I could use one of these big sockets. Let me see, where's the old one? I'll match up a socket, hopefully. We'll use that as a driver. I don't think I'm gonna have one. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have one big enough to fit over that lip. I'm going back to my initial method. My initial method was with one of these guys right here. Let me see if I can get the angle. And we're just gonna tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. It started coming out of here in the bottom. Without ruining the seal, obviously. That sound tells me it is all the way in. All the way in. Nice and solid. Gentle taps. We don't want to distort the seal either. We definitely don't want to do that. Okay, so there we have it. It is installed. Now what we're going to do is put the new axle in. and button this side up. Okay, let me just get it out of the box. Okay. Match it up to the original one, or what I suspect is the old replacement. Okay, everything seems to be identical. All right, so is everybody enjoying themselves so far? Can I get some feedback at least? Tell me yeah, no, you suck. You know, it's okay. It's okay. Hold on. I want to be careful not to damage the new seal. I don't want to damage the new seal with the spline. Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot something important before I started. Let me double check the splines just to make sure. You know, weird things happen sometimes. Weird things happen sometimes. So I'm just gonna make sure I got the same splines here. Give me 1 minute. So we got 20 splines on the new one. Has anybody ever got an axle and then realized the splines aren't the same and you've been fighting with it? Yes, we are the same. Yeah. Okie dokie. Let's go back in here carefully. Move this out of the way, so okay. Let me see what I can do a little bit different here. Just a matter of getting the angle and just kind of popping it back in there. Let me see. Let me see what we can do. Let me see. Doesn't seem to be catching on the splines. Maybe it is, but because the other side is not on there yet. I don't want it to fall off. There we go. She is in like Flynn. Okay. So now I'm gonna have to ask you guys to kindly move out of the way here so we can get back over here. Oh, and these I think got the original 12 point. This is how they come from Toyota. This one has 6 point. Oh boy. The original ones are supposed to be 30 millimeters, I think. I don't know if they came with different ones after that, but okay. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray. Let's put this here. I'm gonna spray brake clean back there to dry up all that, a little bit of spilt oil that came out. Okay. And now we're gonna pop the ball joint back in place. Nice. Why couldn't all ball joints be so easy? There we go. Pretty straightforward. Let me see if I have the right socket for that now. Okay. 30. Here it is. Yes. The Guardian says retaining clips. Working on cars is fun, but a pain in the rear. Yes. Thank you for acknowledging that. It is. All right, so this is the socket for that right here. It's a 12.30 millimeter. Only place you're probably gonna see that is in these Toyota axle nuts. At least that's the only place I've ever seen them. So now I'm gonna do something that probably is going to offend a lot of you. It's okay. Life does go on. Then we gotta stake it here, but I'm gonna do that later, not just yet. All right, so what up, broski?
Nothing. on the barbecue.
El Barbecue.
What's up, guys?
Alex has joined us finally.
For a little bit, yeah.
He's gonna,
You hungry?
yeah, he's gonna be playing chef here shortly.
You know?
So he decided to join in on the fun.
For a little bit, you know how it is. Come here. Wear out cars is fun, but a bit of a pain. Yeah. Cars are pain. Is that not what the donut guys said? That's like their whole thing. Cars are pain.
They are pain.
They are pain.
It's a love and hate relationship.
It is, right? Some days you just feel like you're in a flow state. It's like you're on ice, you know? And then other days you really feel like you're just getting absolutely hammered on, man.
Okay.
Like that day that we did the motor mounts on that 5.7 Chevy Silverado. I was most definitely questioning my career choice at that point.
Yeah.
That car sucked.
Ah, quit whining.
It was pretty bad, dude.
You're complaining, man. Talk to me. Talk to me after 20 some odd years
Look.
of this stuff.
You know, so Lee said the same thing about that. My instructor refused to do the other side. He said, I'm gonna do the back one. Because I think the engine flexes to a certain side, no?
Yeah,
It works like this. It's always the driver's side that breaks in it.
it's always the driver's side because it's the way that it torques when you put it in drive.
Well, my instructor changed the one motor mount and said, nah, bro, you gotta take it to another one. I'm not doing the other side. That's how bad it was. So it's not only us, bro. That car sucked.
Yeah.
Gene, an old classmate of mine, he graduated already, but he worked for Chevy. One day he got so pissed doing one of those.
DJ, what's up, bro?
Oh snap, he's back. What's up?
DJ Automotive, y'all.
Everything's going good. How about you, man?
He joins us pretty frequently.
He does.
He's got his own channel. I've seen your stuff, my brother.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, he actually does pretty good work troubleshooting and stuff. He's got a couple of interesting case studies.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool, man.
Very handy, at least the videos that I've seen. I do believe that you do a lot of scope stuff too, right, DJ? I believe, from what I've seen, unless I'm getting, I know I've seen you do some scope stuff. Cheers to Family Outcast. But yeah, I've seen some videos where you've done some scope stuff, and I'm impressed, my brother. I really am. Keep up the good work, and we'll be joining your channel. And you lecture at a university. Now that I didn't know. That I didn't know, so it is impressive. Thank you so much for showing love to little old me. I've been using scopes for a while. I'm not a guru by any stretch of the imagination, but it's something that I'm getting more and more into. I've had the Altel scope for a while, and I'm getting better at it. I'm thinking about upgrading to a Pico scope here at some point. What are your thoughts on that? Said he's a scopeaholic. Hey man, you gotta be in today's, oh wait, I almost forgot to. In today's modern age of vehicles, you have to be on top of all that stuff. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, give it a couple more bursts there. And now I'm gonna stake this to prevent it from backing out. And now I'm gonna use another homemade tool, which is similar to the first one, it's just flat. Let's see, yeah, I have the Pico and a few others. My top three are Pico, ATS, and the H scope. Okay. I've literally haven't used none of those. The only thing I've ever used is the Altel. That 401, I think, the first one that came out, and now the one that comes with the Ultra. and that's about it. So, but I've been doing a lot of research and reading up and watching a lot of mechanic mindset stuff. That guy is pretty handy with the scope too. See how cool that came out? So let's go ahead and put the tire back on now. Ooh. Oh, got a phone call. Sorry about that. Let's see. I wish Alta would improve the layout. I still have mine somewhere. You know, I can't find the specs for. I mean, I'm sure they're somewhere. I've been trying to find the specs for the Altel scopes because I finally know what to look at. Like I said, I've been watching mechanic mindset stuff, and I'm curious to know what the specs to my scope is, and I don't know where to find it. It doesn't say much on the actual scope itself. I tried going to the website under specs, and it doesn't really tell me anything about the scope part of it. So all right. So now we put this hubcap back on. So yeah, mechanic mindset is solid. I'm in the group and work with him as an affiliate. Oh wow, that's cool. That's very cool indeed. I would like to hang out with many of these high-end automotive gurus. I'm not allowed to play with the cool kids yet. They don't let me play with the cool kids yet, so you know. But one day, there's so much to learn, man. This thing is like, you gotta be an engineer to be an automotive tech nowadays. All right, so the owner had these cable ties. I don't know why. They seem pretty solid in there for the most part. I'm just gonna go ahead and put them back because if they fly out, I don't want him calling me talking smack about why I didn't put the things in there. It looks corny, I know. I wouldn't want to do it, but I'm sure he put it there for some reason. I'm just gonna put it back. We have a group about 5K and growing. Sign up. Okay. Yeah, let me know what group that is. Is it like a Facebook group or something like that? All right, so this is done. Let me get my light before I forget. Trust me, I've already left enough tools in other customers' cars. Let's go back to this side. Still waiting on the seal. So this is probably gonna come to a halt. So technically speaking, this is the seal that I got for this side. This is the new one, because the other one that I thought was for that side ended up being for the other side. And look at the major difference. Yeah, I don't know, dude. This is the aggravating part about repairs. Now you get held up. So what I was saying earlier about swapping is sometimes people buy parts in the little boxes and stuff, they pull the box out, they pull the part out, they look at it, they fumble with it, maybe they're matching it up so they get two parts or seals side by side, and then they don't know which box came from where, and then they put in the wrong one, and then a guy like me comes along trying to fix a car, and then I get screwed with an incorrect part in the right box. So, because this is the part number that came for it. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say. So I ordered another one. I gotta wait till I get it. There's really nothing else I can do for right now. Without that seal, I can't put the other side back together. I got the new axle here waiting. There's nothing much I can do. So in the meantime, for a little bit at least, any questions, comments, concerns, anything anybody would like to share, now's your time to do it. Anything in particular that you guys want to see, we'll have while I show you the damaged. See, this is all boogered up. It's getting stuck too, so definitely. Years ago, we used to actually rebuild all these things, and a lot of people, some people still do. But the boots aren't easily found locally like they used to. I'm not saying they can't be found. I'm just saying it's not what it used to be. Used to be able to go to any auto part and find it on the spot. Now you gotta maybe special order it, wait for it. So most people just throw a new axle and call it a day. So this is the seal that goes here, and it seals right there. So you got this dust cover here, and then this lip kind of works as that as well. They work in conjunction. Like I said, you may find one seal that is the right diameter and everything, but it doesn't have the lip. It will seal it, but you can run to the risk that dirt and grime and stuff gets in there and potentially damages the new seal. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Do you handle transmission rebuilds as well? No, I do not. That's one of there's a few things I do not do, and that's one of them. I do not rebuild transmission. I don't, because of my setup here, I don't drop engines and transmissions. Not that I don't know how to do it, it's just kind of time consuming. I get backed up, and it's more of a hassle than what it's worth. So there's certain jobs that I do steer away from. I definitely do not like to fool around with European cars. That's for a fact. But no, I don't. I used to have a really good shop here in Hialeah. The shop is still there. The owner sold it. So the new guy's pretty cool. Haven't really worked with him much, but because he just recently purchased the shop from the old guy. He retired. Seems like a cool guy. I just haven't worked with him a whole lot. But I normally let the transmission specialist deal with stuff like that. How about you? Do you do that kind of stuff? Transmission rebuilds and engine rebuilds too? Nice. Okay, yeah, so you're on point, dude. You're on point. Yeah, maybe give us a shop tour or something one day. A shop tour. My son has been trying to get me to do one here for everybody. I don't know if people want to see that or not, but some people like watching that. For those of you that are still on, I thank you. If you haven't already done so, please like, subscribe, hit the notification. And mostly engines, but slowly moving into programming stuff. You know, that's another thing. That's another thing that that is a big deal with modern vehicles. People don't realize it. A car is one big computer. Well, not one big computer. It's actually a bunch of little computers in the vehicle. And man, those things get out of hand quick. It's crazy, man. Everything's programming now. Family Outcast says, hell yeah, shop looking around is always cool. All right, we'll keep that in mind. Jeff Neal says, I agree. I love my old schools. Yeah, bro, I still got my old little rinky-dink Ford Ranger, and that thing has not let me down, man. It's like, wow. I keep considering buying a newer truck, but oh my god, I just start thinking about, one, the payments, and then the headaches when it comes to fixing them, and it's like, do I really want to get into that? I really like the new Nissan Frontiers. I hear a lot of good things about them. You know, they're still pretty, for the most part, other than the GDI, which I do not like. Other than that, it's pretty simple. Everything here looks good. It's pretty simple, so that's why I like it. And I also like the way it looks. You know, I'm into the older looking, boxier vehicles. I'm a fan. I know that's not very common nowadays, but let's see. Family Outcasts. I'm doing a swap in my 1988 Caprice wagon. Oh man, cool. I got it's, bro. Mazda B 2000. Yep. Frontier solid. Still have my Toyota Helix. So the Helix, I think, is, what is the US version of that? Matrix, or is it a little pickup truck or something like that? I think 57 Chevy and 72 C10 I own. Jeff Neal said that. Cam and Springs from Richard Holder. Nice. Yeah, the older stuff seems to be. I'm sorry guys, it's hot out here. Let me bring you into the laboratory. Now that I like looking around and stuff. I need a water break. This is my toolbox, by the way. What was I talking about? Yeah, the Frontier. I'm hearing good things about it, and I'm interested in one, but I look at the price tag and I get turned off immediately. All these newer cars are asking for like a ridiculous amount of money for them, for something disposable. Because let's face it, guys, let's face it, cars nowadays are disposable. They won't admit to it, but they are. DJ, you can put your input in there. You agree or disagree, but they are disposable. And Jeff, thanks, man. Maybe we'll do a, you know what, just because I appreciate you guys being here and we're just here talking smack for right now, we'll go do a quick walk around. How about that? And maybe in the future I'll do something more official. Let me just get properly set up here. So this is my toolbox. That's the X-Files right there. That's where I toss everything that disturbs me. That's my parts washer, which I use it as a table as well. These are my Snap-on R134A gauges. These are by far, in my opinion, the best gauges ever. They're expensive, but they are the best. They have the GO seal of approval. So we got my recovery tank here, you know, just refrigerant 1234YF. By the way, I heard, I don't know how legit this is. Alex is joining us again.
What do we hear?
But I heard that there is a replacement for 1234YF and 134A. A drop-in replacement, approved. That's probably my
Someone's
seal.
at the front door.
Approved. And I forgot the name of it. Is R5 something. I forgot what the name is. But that's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Another thing we got to worry about. So this is my fuse box holder thing, and this is my parts bin. You know, I just keep little things like this here. Oil drain plugs. You won't believe how many of these I've changed during oil changes. Washers, again, changed many of them. This is just random stuff, gaskets and seals and stuff. I got all the colors and flavors of the rainbow. Bolts, lug nuts, bushing fix for the cables, shifter cables, O-rings of AC, and just batteries and random mumbo jumbo. I was talking about computers. Speaking about modules, a bunch of spare coils that I keep for test purposes. R452A refrigerant. I think that's the one right there, bud. Yeah. My brake lathe. Not many people have that anymore. My oil filter collection. Not sponsored. That's just what I use. STP. If you're watching, send me some money. Thank you. Same with every brand that you see here. Send me money. Thank you. It's already on the market in some new vehicles. You know, I tried finding the price on the stuff and I couldn't find it to see if it's even worth changing over, because I'm sure you got to change, retrofit the fittings and stuff. And you know, I couldn't find the price, so I don't know if you have a price.
We have a customer outside.
Who is it?
Transmission service.
Transmission service?
Yeah, transmission oil change. And an oil change. An Infinity.
Infinity. Oh, that's yes, I know. Oh, and something about the pedal too.
It was the rug.
Huh?
It was the rug.
It was the rug? I even told her that. I said, "Are you sure it's not the rug?" No. It was the rug. Oh my God, that was so dangerous. Okay, appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah.
That's my air compressor, by the way. So yeah, I'm trying to see what the price is to see if it's even worth it. My recovery machine, vacuum pump. I need to get a new one, by the way. And I got tools and crap everywhere. I'm running out of room. There is my Autel scope. This is the VCI or whatever they call it. If you notice, this is the docking station for it. It's not here. It's actually out for repairs because the screen messed up on it. And the screen messed up on it, and I had to ship it out for repairs. That's been a whole ordeal. Let's not even get me started on that. This is, if you guys haven't seen the short, I got a short out there. This is my 20-year retirement for my IR impact gun. I've had this thing for 20 years. I don't want to touch it because I don't want to get it dirty. Let me turn on the light here. There you go. Let me get this out of the way. Oh, I'll talk about this here shortly. So I did this just as a little fun thing. Alex wanted to sign it too, so he did. 20 years. And this thing still works. Literally, I can cut this off, put another air fitting, and keep on trucking. It still works. So this is a toolbox widget tool organizer. I'm not too convinced on this particular model. It's the 45-degree angle ones. I used to use them for my wrenches, my pliers, and they would break all the time. So I got the Alien Space Saver or something like that. I'm gonna try those out because this drawer is so it's not that tall, so you got to put the pliers at an angle so they'll fit. So that's why I need that. But so far this has only been a couple days installed, so that's pretty good. Now their socket organizers are awesome. What else do I have from them? These are from a different company. I actually like these better. They're wrenches. The wrenches organizer, to me, between socket and wrenches, that's the belle of the ball. You know, as far as that company is concerned. So yeah, Jeff, I learned early on in my career that if you're not organized, you're just gonna waste time. My instructor when I was in high school taught me that if you're getting paid, put it right there. If you're getting paid an hour and it takes you 30 minutes to find a socket, you 30 minutes. So, you know. All right, so I got the new seal here, and this one actually looks like the right one. So let's, I got my lunch there waiting for me. So let's get back on the car. I'll probably do something a little more legit. I mean, if you guys are into that, so do like a shop tour or something. Like I said, Alex has been trying to get me to do it for quite a while now. I just haven't done it. So I hope that was a interesting preview for you guys. Go ahead and hit the notification so you'll get a notification if I do that. So here we have the new seal. Now we're cooking with grease. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. As you can see, this one actually is the right one. So I don't know what happened there. I'll have to let them know that they screwed me. And, you know, let me lube this up real quick. I put a little bit of silicone paste on the thing there. And I'm hoping that I can just push this in by hand. Like I said, sometimes you could just, you know, work it right in there. And you guys should be able to see with no issue from back there. Let's go ahead and ooh. Let me see. And went in kind of cocked. It went in kind of cocked. Let's see. I think it's going in there all right. If I don't have to use any tools, better. All right. I think we are in. We can use a little bit more. I think we're in completely there. That's perfect. That is perfect right there. No tools required, baby. All right. What's your opinion on 93 Honda Accord? Man, I'm gonna tell you what, man, I don't know of any common problems with them, you know, of those older cars, but I know for a fact that a lot of those 90 Hondas, even Nissans, were indestructible in those years. As a matter of fact, the only reason I think that Nissan is still in business is because of the reputation they built from that era. Because trust me, they are not the same vehicles anymore. So, like I said, I've never owned one. I really don't remember working on one. But I know for a fact a lot of those older Hondas, Toyotas, Nissans, man, they were gems. You could not destroy those things. Okay, so now we're gonna have to move you guys around because I need to get the axle in through here. Let's give you an angle here. There you can see the opening right there. So we're going to do the same operation. I'm going to position the retaining clip. Then I'm going to carefully insert okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Another phone call. Okay, we're already on the home stretch. Yeah, those CVTs are pretty. Those CVTs are pretty crappy. I don't know if they've improved them over the years, because like I said, I left the dealer a long time ago. But I used to change those CVTs in my sleep when I was at the Nissan dealership. Oh my God, they would go bad all the time. The car only had not even the first oil change. and the CVT would already go out. There you go. You got that. Hold on, let me pick this up real quick. Can you see it's possible? Okay. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. I try to tell people, text me, and they keep calling me. So you think it's an emergency. Okay, so they moved away from the CVTs. Okay, that's good. Good to know. Alrighty then, so now let's tighten this nut in the middle, and there you go. And that's my torque wrench. There you go. Nice. Factory, baby. Alright, so this is tight down here, this is tight right here. Now I gotta put the tie rod back on there, and this is a wrap. And this is a wrap. Now I gotta test drive, make sure everything's as it should be. And what did I do with the here it is. Don't you hate it when you use a tool, put it down, and then you can't find it? It's like, man, I just had it in my hand. What the heck? Where'd it go? And you're literally looking for it for like 10 minutes, and then you just realize it was right in front of you the whole time. Okay, so Jesus crust. Says no torque wrench. No, that is my torque wrench. Similar to BMW. Oh, you already told me something I didn't like. Something similar to BMW. Yeah, that was my torque wrench. You didn't hear it when it clicked? It's funny if people freak out. Oh my God, you're gonna use a torque wrench. It'll be all right, man. It'll be all right. The only things I use torque wrench on is like on head bolts and stuff like that. Everything else, My wrists are the torque wrench. My impact gun is a torque wrench. My ratchet is a torque wrench.
Think about torque again?
Yeah.
Telling them about how brilliantly calibrated your wrist is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just watch this out.
So torquing down bolts is maybe a little overrated.
Yes, it is.
I'm not gonna say it's overrated, but dude, if I put a torque wrench on every single screw and bolt in the car, I would never get anything done.
Miss Washington's outside for the radio issue. I don't think any of the fuses are blown because it was working.
Yeah.
I might just disconnect the battery and reconnect it.
Even at the factory, when they're assembling cars, they don't use torque wrenches. Their impact tools, I think, are calibrated. So, and again, I'm kind of talking out of whatever here, but at least the videos that I've seen them tightening stuff down, I've never seen them with a torque wrench. I think they're specially calibrated air tools to get them down to the torque that is specified. Because if not, they will never get anything done. Trust me. I have a good friend of mine. He's a retired aviation mechanic. And every time he sees me work, man, he cringes. He's like, because aviation is a different animal. You know, you can't have a breakdown up there. You have a breakdown on there, you're done. So everything is torqued and secured and wires and this and that. And he just sees me with my impact, blah, 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 blah. He's like, ah. I just laugh every time. Click, 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 click. There. I'm just being funny, guys. I'm not, you know, trying to bust anybody's chops. I'm just being funny. They're expensive for the good ones, $250, yeah. Again, it's not a bad thing to have, but you know, I just use it on some like serious delicate stuff like head bolts and torquing down, you know, camshaft, the little caps and all that, you know, stuff like that. I will definitely use a torque wrench. And on some other situations where I feel that, you know, I don't want to ruin anything if I over torque or something like that, yeah, but for the most part, I really don't use a torque wrench. It sits in my drawer for sometimes a year at a time. It just doesn't get used. Not because I said that, now I'm gonna have to use it for something, but yeah, it's just not something I use all the time. And again, there's people out there that, I mean, they can't live with themselves if they don't torque it down. And that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. I gotta make a living. I can't be here, you know, wasting an hour setting up torque wrenches every time I gotta put a bolt on. Okay, so we're done with this pretty much. Let's go ahead and do this little corny thing. Again, that's how this was. That's how this was. That's how I'm gonna put it back. And that is it, guys. This is done. 2 new axles. Oh, I gotta spray that down. Make sure I don't forget. Clean it up. I gotta put this to charge. I'm gonna leave this here for now. I just gotta spray down the down here. Make sure it's clean. Let me just give it a quick spray. Real quick lap. There we go. This side was leaking a little bit, so that's why this is wetter than the other side. There may be a little bit of a rear main leak going on. I see some wetness going on there. And we're out of brake cleaner. Okay. So that is a wrap, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for the privilege of your audience. If you haven't already done so, I'll go ahead and repeat. Please like, subscribe. It helps out the channel, helps me out. Put a notification there so you get other notification on similar projects, such as this one. DJ, if you're still on there, thank you so much for joining and supporting the channel. And all of you that are still present and stuck throughout the entire repair, thank you so much for your support. So I'll probably think about doing another shop tour, like an actual official one. Until then, I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao.
I fixed the radio.
What was it?
I don't know.